Hi. I want to talk to you a little bit about creating space for your writing. Creating space. Now, obviously, that applies to physical space. So can talk about that for a second. Just having a space to do it. I'm fortunate to have an office. A lot of people have bigger, nicer offices than I do, and some people have no offices. You can set up a table in the corner of the room when it's time for you to write, and you can take it down when you're done writing. Some people write at the kitchen table, some people write on the back porch, but having a space, your own space, where even if it's a temporary space, where you work, and making it comfortable, a comfortable place for you to work, that the chair is comfortable, that the screen is at the right level. I have my laptop on a stand so that I'm not hunched over, so that you're comfortable and so that you can work, so that it's quiet. Or if you want music or you don't want music. So, there's all different ways to look at your space, but that you have a space, that you've created a space that encourages your creativity. So that's the external creating space for your writing. But there's also internal ways of creating space. And one of the people that I love talks about this, although she doesn't use those terms necessarily, is Natalie Goldberg. And to her, writing is a spiritual practice. She's a practicing Buddhist, a raised Jewish and a practicing Buddhist. And her spiritual practice is writing. She's written 2 wonderful memoirs, and she writes books about writing as well. And it's about remembering things from your life, remembering incidents, remembering settings, and writing it down. It's journaling. And noticing, observing. And it primes you to be then move into a writing project. Maybe not immediately, you may be doing that priming for a long time, but it's something that you do. It's something that you always do. It's what makes you a writer, is that observing and remembering and thinking about and critiquing and analyzing and, just playing with ideas. That primes that space that allows for creativity. And so then there's that inner space. This is a cool thing that I just heard yesterday. I was on a call for activists, political activists, and the woman who trains women, she trains other women in corporate settings often to take leadership roles. And she talked about making your internal, your physical internal space, but it's also your emotional space, bigger. When you're walking into new territory, like a new job, a new situation, which is every time we sit down to write, right? She wasn't talking about writing, but it was, although she's a writer also. Walking into a space and not feeling, I'm scared. Walking into a space, and what she does is takes a deep breath and opens up her rib cage. Oh, you can't see my rib cage. Opens the chest and rib cage, imagines it getting larger, and actually it gets larger because you're taking a breath, which makes you feel larger and makes you feel more balanced and grounded and ready to walk into that space. You're creating space for yourself to walk into, and you're telling yourself that you deserve to be in that space. That's a space that you can walk into and take over and work in and start playing and experimenting in. I love that so much. It's really helpful, especially days you're not really feeling like, oh, yuck, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, oh, yes, that's your space to walk into. Created the space for you to walk into and start playing in. Because to me, if you've been listening to me for a while, you know that I consider writing, it's work. Absolutely, it's work. Yes. But it's also play, it's exploration, it's discovery. And when you create a large space for yourself, a playroom, and maybe you have other ways of doing it. This is just one. I love this. Then, meditation, yoga, running. I mean, physical activity can just open you up too. But I like the the conscious way of saying, I am opening up this space so that I can walk in. I really like that. So that, I hope maybe that will be helpful to you as well. Walking into this playroom where you can now, oh, I belong here. I've created this awesome space for me to create in. And my desk is set up the way I want it to be set up for now, or, desk, whatever you're using, table. I got little flowers over here, maybe. Whatever it is that you need, your physical space, you've done all that exploring and remembering and playing to prime yourself as a writer, to prime your writer self. And now you walk in and you take over that space. You go into that space to play. So I hope that's helpful to you. I really like that image. And if you have others, I'm sure you do, it would be awesome if you would drop them below in the comments and share with others what you do to prime that space, to open up that space, to create your space to work in and play in. Love to hear it. I'm Pam Sorellis of Winged Horse Writing Studio, and I help writers discover their ideas, their stories, and shape them so that they can be beautiful and powerful. And if you want to learn more about me, my website is wingedhorsewritingstudio.com. And I look forward to talking to you again with you, if you respond with you. We're speaking with you again soon. Take care. Happy writing.